me talk to you about your mammogram.
Sure.
So, the mammogram is a test where we look for breast cancer.
I know, I've had them in the past.
You have had them in the past.
Yeah.
Dr. David DeGeisel is a first-year intern at Montefiore Medical Center in the Bronx.
The mammogram this time shows that there is something in your breast. There is what in medical speak we call there's a mass in your breast. And I want to be very frank with you. The readings, it doesn't look good.
The woman he is speaking with is an actor. They are role-playing, participating in an exercise designed to teach first-year physicians how to deliver bad news.
Is this the right reading on this mammogram?
So, yes, I do think the reading should be right. So
we use a variety of methods, including standardized patients, videotaping with playback and feedback, live patient observation with direct feedback.
We all know how to talk, but we don't all know how to talk like physicians. We don't all know how to be professional and to both get good information and to do the patient a service, to help the patient manage with this, to help the patient do what they have to do.
So we did get the results of your mammogram.
This is a bad news case of a middle-aged woman who gets a screening mammogram in the community and has to come in for a follow-up and has no idea what she's about to be told.
It looks like there might be a small mass in the right breast.
The focal task is, you have the mammogram results, give this lady the bad news.
When the radiologist read the mammogram report, they had actually put a high probability that it could be something that looked like cancer.
We've got to be comfortable with the cancer thing.
Okay.
But you did get, the word did come out fairly quickly, although it was couched in this something that looks like. Does that mean that it isn't, but it only looks like?
Right.
Whatever, I don't know what that means.
It can be difficult to sort of give the bad news, but you do have to kind of step back from the patient and be able to objectively talk to them about their illness and what are the treatment options.
I tell students that if they want to be in the good news business, maybe they want to do stand-up in LA because this is the bad news business.
The use of standardized patients and faculty observation of people doing actual clinical work is part of a growing movement in medical teaching. In this program, the interns rotate from room to room, spending 10 minutes with each patient before an observing faculty member offers instant feedback, critiquing their communication skills.
And I think you captured your own strengths, really well. I think the challenges in delivering bad news were also, in general and specifically to your encounter, were captured well by your comments.
I would like you to do some further testing to figure out what really is going on.
I think separating your own emotions is an interesting challenge because it probably required to a certain extent of a doctor to step back and have somewhat of an objective role in it. On the other hand, I'd like to think that a good doctor doesn't step back all the way, because I think part of the beauty of medicine is that you actually are there with the patient, and when you are, for example, delivering bad news, that you, up to a certain degree, experience it yourself.
Do you have any insurance or you don't have any?
I'm a little insurance challenged right now.
You don't have any insurance? Okay.
Giving bad news often means responding to patients' concerns about medical costs, especially if they don't have health insurance.
We will help you out with that. We'll get our social worker involved.
Interns are trained to advise patients to get help from the hospital's social services department.
Usually Montefiore has a sliding scale for these kind of procedures. It was unexpected that financial reasons would be the main issue, and sort of I felt bad that we had to talk about it so long because I really had wished that we gotten more into what does this diagnosis mean for you.
It speaks to the idea that you can't have like a preset agenda about what is going to be bad news to the patient, right? And I think that's a good lesson, for us to remember.
Fortunately, we don't give that sort of bad news that often, so I think you tend to forget what you should pay attention to, and hence it sort of puts you on alert again when you have an exercise like today's, and you're probably better prepared next time you have to give bad news.
You played very authentically.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.